Disney is working on a Star Wars experience that you spend the entire night in. It's called The Line for Star Wars Celebration.
Pretty much.
Disney confirmed that they are building a gondola system. In fairness, they told a woman who usually writes about Olive Garden specials, so who knows? That was just mean. Star Wars Land will have a reputation system based on what you do in the land. I'm already despised there and getting nasty tweets. You've read WDW News Today. Now you experience WDW News Tonight.
Live from Orlando, Florida, WDWNT.com, the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, presents WDW News Tonight. Now, here's your host, Tom Corless.
And your other host in there, Nick LoCicero, doing the voiceovers because Michelle's sick. No, she hasn't left again, we promise. She's moving last week, sick this week. But anyway.
That's what we said last time.
I know. No, we didn't say that last time. We said she was gone last time.
Food poisoning.
We were directed.
I told her it's from taking all that gluten out of her meals.
You need gluten.
Body needs gluten.
Gluten is important.
It's the glue that keeps your body together and running and unpoisonous.
Sure, that's what people come to this show for, the health information.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to WDW News Tonight. Thank you for the fake applause. I'm Tom Corless. You're not. Nick LoCicero in there. Michael Batista. Yeah, your camera's still upside down. Remember? I've yelled at Nick the last 20 minutes. When are you going to flip your camera over? Oh, I'll do it. 5 minutes for the show. You're going to flip that camera over? Oh, don't worry. It'll get done. Now, here we are. The show has begun. Had to flip the camera over. But anyway, I digress. Welcome to WDW News Tonight. Thank you for joining us. What a crazy weekend. We had Star Wars Celebration and Galactic Knights, and then yesterday we blew up the internet, and it's been a crazy couple of days. Nick, you slept for 15 hours on Sunday, is that correct?
I did, and it was marvelous. That was after getting up, being in line by 5 a.m. for 3 straight days to Celebration. Well, yeah.
We ran pretty hard all weekend. I slept for, I think it was 87 minutes.
Wow.
Friday into Saturday, because I had Galactic Knights, and then we got up early to go get in line at Celebration.
Well, I mean, I was complaining after the radio show. Then we had the Patreon show, week's members.
Yeah.
And I got 2 hours of sleep that first night. Not that good when you're trying to go all day.
First night.
So yeah, my body was like, no, you're done. I got home just shy of 8 p.m. I took a bite to eat, and I just fell asleep. I fell asleep at 8 o'clock and woke up sometime the next day.
Yeah. It caught up with me Monday. Monday, I ended up sleeping like 10 or 12 hours. It was just too much running around all week.
Yeah. Decided not to do that 4th day of Celebration. We did it all in 3 days.
Said I went to the Magic Kingdom and did the Easter parade.
Did. How was the parade this year?
Same as always. Good. Enjoyable. Fun. Kona breakfast was what I needed.
That was probably the best part.
That was important on Sunday. But anyway, we've small talked enough. And now the news. Brought to you by TeePublic. Disney, this was, of course, the big news from yesterday, which if you didn't read it from us, you probably read it from somewhere else. Yes, I'm being smug. Disney is surveying guests about a possible... never. Disney is surveying guests about a possible Star Wars resort hotel experience.
According to the headline, they're constructing a new...
Does it say constructing? Can we scroll up? You have the page open. Oh, look, the word there is creating. Creating. Which, when Walt Disney created Mickey Mouse, he didn't instantly appear in a short. He first appeared on a napkin.
So this is on some napkins.
This is on WDI napkins, all of this concept art. So Disney is surveying guests about a possible Star Wars resort hotel experience at Walt Disney World, which would take place on a quote-unquote actual Star Wars starship. So that's what's happening to the Grand Floridian lobby. Anyway. This all-inclusive 2-night immersive resort experience at Walt Disney World, if it happens, would include a 2-day story set in the Star Wars universe, where guests would have personal interactions with Star Wars characters, live performers throughout the starship, and cosplayers who are just way too into it. They're going to offer programs such as flight training, ship exploration, lightsaber training, personalized secret missions, and more, which a lot of this sounds like a lot of the stuff they talked about for Star Wars Land, too, which is really interesting. Star Wars fans will also encounter many things that will be alien to them, like droid butlers, bounty hunters, and a fitness center. And again, before I get hate mail, we are all out of shape people here. We like nerdy things like Star Wars and Disney.
Speak for yourself. I'm doing a half marathon on Sunday.
That's fine. You and a bunch of 400-pound people, right?
In a heat advisory. It's not going to be pretty this weekend. Not.
You guys, every race runs into bad weather now. It's either rain, torrential downpours, extreme heat, tornadoes, like something happens every time you guys have a race.
Can I tell you this? I just yesterday got my email from Disney saying that, hey, remember when the half marathon was canceled back in January? Well, we're just getting around to thinking about sending you your e-gift card to compensate you. And you should be arriving at getting it sometime in May.
What's going to happen first is are you going to get your gift card, or is Pandora, the world of Avatar, going to open? Nick, we're running out of time so quickly. The joke's going to be gone soon. I'm going to be so sad. Anyway, let's keep talking about what we were talking about.
Yeah, Star Wars.
The experience would also include all the meals during your stay, buffet breakfast, lunches, and a signature evening dining featuring entertainment and dinner shows, exclusive park admission to the Star Wars themed land, and more.
Which I don't understand that phrasing.
Because it would be connected to Hollywood Studios.
Right, but you would be given admission
either early in the morning or after park close. You would be the only people in there. I think is what it's.
That's what it's referring to, like an extra magic hour type deal for that land. Okay,
yeah, gotcha. As of right now, the experience would be priced at roughly $900 to $1,000 per guest until Bob Chapek has his way, at least.
How much more is that the Disney After Hours ticket?
Don't worry, we'll get to that later.
Oh.
I thought about, it's funny you say that. I was like, I got enough of those in the script this week. Let's just not do it. Now I've killed those jokes. Like now when I say those later, no one's going to care. But while this is just a survey at this time, it's worth noting that the presence of concept art and the inclusion of the Star Wars themed land in these plans means they're probably pretty serious about it at this point. And I will say, since we broke the story, I have gotten some word from sources that there has been some interesting internal discussion about the project since we kind of busted it wide open yesterday. So this is interesting. We're going to spend the whole second hour tonight talking about Star Wars Land and this. So we're not going to get into it now, Nick, but this was big stuff. We'll keep going for now. During a panel, we got way more Star Wars to talk about. So let's keep going. During a panel at Star Wars Celebration, we learned new details about the Star Wars themed land coming to Disney parks, including the reputation system that would be present. For example, if you beat up the Millennium Falcon while piloting it in the attraction, some characters at the local cantina might know about it and react accordingly. And if you clog up a nearby toilet, the Disney custodian is going to give you some real dirty looks the rest of the day.
Oh, man.
It happens. Too much blue milk. You can't have that much dairy, man.
That is a problem.
There go the listeners. He made a poop joke. I'm out.
There are. Well, they did mention you might hear creatures in the bathroom, like in the pipes, and see things because it's a.
I mean, Universal does that. Place. I mean, Moaning Myrtle is in the bathroom, and
I thought you were going to make a bad Universal
joke. It's a real thing. They have Moaning Myrtle, which
Universal has a live critters
read
in their bathrooms.
A Harry Potter book or seen a movie.
Yeah.
And I go in the bathroom, and I come out. And I'm like, someone like dying in there. They're like, no, that's Moaning Myrtle. That's like a thing that's playing, and it's like. Oh, good. I thought someone was dying.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. So more about that. One piece of concept art, one of the new pieces of concept art, showed a defunct pod racer engine being used to cook the meat in this strange world. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, whatever. It's got to be better than whatever they're using at Tony's.
They'll figure it out and they'll switch to pod racing engines.
Yeah, there you go. Disney Imagineers reiterated that guests will have full control over their flight on the Millennium Falcon. Even if they crash it around a bit, though, they're likely to still get to their final destination.
Good.
So it's a lot like driving down I-4.
Exactly.
Oh, we made it to Hollywood Studios. The car isn't in one piece, kids. But
involving down the street.
But we made it. Also announced later this year, guests on Star Tours will be visiting the mining planet Crate from Episode 8. The ride will be renamed the 8th Movie Mine Train. All right, we're going to move on. So I want to remind people, last week I got a bunch of messages after the show that was the best monologue you've ever done. Clearly now this week will be the worst monologue we've ever done because you can't keep that momentum at all. So you know. Anyway. It's so bad that Nick had to take off his headset and is leaving. Anyway. Star Wars Galactic Knights, which I've got the cup from right here. That took place at Disney's Hollywood Studios on Friday night, offering Star Wars fans a chance to escape the Orange County Convention Center for the fun of an active construction site. As part of the event, Rey was added to a galaxy far, far away. The seventh sister was unmasked in Jedi Training Academy, and a helicopter sprayed Febreze over the entire park. People pretty smelly after several days at the event. Yes. Rock and Roller Coaster received an overlay for the event. An overlay, of course, being a version of the ride where you somehow see even less of it. Right, there was no pre-show, and it was a lights out version of the ride. So basically, Revenge of the Mummy. It did have a Star Wars soundtrack though, and not Brendan Fraser yelling about coffee. So probably a positive. I do love watching Michael scroll through a YouTube video though. This is great. This is the show you all wanted to watch this week. Anyway, all right, Michael, we're moving on. Switch back to me. Disney previewed many new Star Wars items that will be coming to the parks at Celebration Orlando, including protocol droids being added to the Droid Factory line. The new line includes over 70 pieces that don't quite fit and fall off every time you touch them.
They do.
Yeah, it's real
so bad.
I love the line. Yeah. Also on May 4th, Disneyland and Hollywood Studios will celebrate Star Wars Day with exclusive merchandise, including shirts, water bottles, pins, and an ornament. Because nothing screams Christmas like May 4th.
They love the ornaments now.
They make them for everything, and I buy them because I love putting ornaments on my tree in December.
There are wishes ornament.
I bought the annual pass. It's annual pass holder only. The wishes.
Is it okay?
It is. Yeah. Very cool though. I like it. That way your tree can depress you every year. Like, oh, Osborne Lights, that's gone. Wishes, that's gone. Anyway. At the D23 Expo, Disney will release a 13th Ewok plush,
exciting,
which means Nick's bed now has 14 small creatures in it every night. Get it? Nick is the 14th small creature.
Yeah, I get it.
And he has 13 plush Ewoks in his bed. That's the joke.
Every night.
Yes. Anyway.
They're soft. They're cuddly.
I'm not knocking you. It's fine. Each his own. Skywalker Vineyards wines are now being sold at Disney's Hollywood Studios by the pour or by the bottle at Star Wars Launch Bay. I suggest getting a bottle since you're at Hollywood Studios. What are we going to do now? We got 4 hours to Fantasmic. Here we go.
I'll get you through it.
In your imagination.
Only way.
Anyway. Disney confirmed to the Orlando Sentinel that the Gondola project is happening. The Orlando Sentinel then confirmed to Disney that no one reads newspapers anymore.
No way. That is the best.
Tom, why does no one like you? I can't imagine. What did I do?
Oh, poor Orlando Sentinel.
I was minding my own business. Later this fall, the Walt Disney World Resort will present its own version of Club 33, the unique membership club founded by Walt Disney in Disneyland. At Walt Disney World, members will enjoy the legendary guest service at 4 themed locations, one in each park, uniquely themed to Walt and Lillian's worldwide adventures. Who could forget their amazing trips to Pandora and the faraway land of Los Angeles, so far from their home of Burbank? The Florida location will still be called Club 33, but this time for the 33 individual gears that keep Bob Chapek operating. So that's what it means. Okay. We're trying to figure that out for 50 years now.
I wonder what those clicks were when I was around him.
So we've said so far he's made of plastic and now he's a robot.
Yeah.
Bob Chapek. Guests interested in joining can email wdwclub33 at disneyworld.com for more information and to their local bank for a loan application. The membership, of course, will be site-specific and will not include the other Club 33 locations because money. More details will be revealed in the fall. Nick, there's like a phone ringing.
There is, I know.
Okay.
Our
receptionist is out sick. So we don't,
oh.
But no, that wasn't a never mind. That's not what I meant by that. Today, Disney gave us a look at some of the specialty drinks you'll be able to purchase at Pangu Pangu and Satuli Canteen in Pandora, the world of Avatar. One of the drinks you'll find is the Pandoran Sunrise. It's a non-alcoholic drink mix of tropical juices blended with Powerade melon. I didn't even know there was a Powerade melon. And you can also get it in a souvenir Satuli Canteen flute flask. That's right, kids. You can get a flask, perfect to bring to school back when you go back in the fall.
A flute flask.
Flute flask.
What that flute flask?
Flute flask. As well, Banshee Chardonnay and Banshee Pinot Noir are on the menu by the glass, as well as a refreshing Dreamwalker Sangria with a splash of blue curacao. That's how you pronounce that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
The two specialty ales from Pangu
You're
Pangu.
asking me.
I don't know. Josh isn't here. Two specialty ales from Pangu Pangu on the menu are the Hawks Grog Ale that has a fruity hop character, and a Moara High Country Ale, which is another strange Miller beer you're not sure about when you see the commercial on TV. No, never mind.
Nah.
You never see the Miller ads? They're so weird. I feel like they just keep creating new beers that make no sense. Like Miller High Life Gold. What is this now? Anyway.
Yeah, no.
If you see, I told you it's going to be bad this week. If you go to the walk-up counter at Pangu Pangu, you could also find the Night Blossom, which is a frozen drink, a non-alcoholic mixture of limeade with apple and dessert pear flavors topped with passion fruit boba balls. I was going to put a joke about Boba Fett here, but it's going to be way too offensive. Keep going. Also, I think that limeade apple drink is available at Sonic. That could be incorrect. It did not take them 7 years to develop.
7?
Yeah, 7.
Much better there.
The walk-up window will have the two Pandoran ales on tap, as well as the Moara frozen margarita, which comes out of a hand-painted Navi jug where it was pre-mixed.
Hope not.
It's the Lacava of the Moara Valley. So please visit. It has its own separate Twitter account, and people paid to like it. So please go enjoy your Moara frozen margarita. Oh, boy. Multiple areas of Animal Kingdom will be under construction in the coming week, and all areas of Hollywood Studios. Construction to enhance the Circa Zong Bazaar at Expedition Everest is underway now through May 12th. The location will be open during the work because money. In addition to that, the Fast Pass Plus touch points at Kilimanjaro Safaris are closed, so they've built a secondary line for the time being. It's Tough to Be a Bug will be closed April 24th through the 28th to accommodate work to the Tree of Life. And finally, the Tiger exhibit in Maharaja Jungle Trek will undergo habitat enhancements through May 5th. During this time, the tigers will be kept backstage and the viewing areas will be inaccessible to guests, but likely visible to Adam the Woo, who is trespassing backstage. That guy got banned from Universal.
Oh,
yeah. He kind of deserved it, in fairness. We won't get into that. D23 today announced 2 events for Epcot's 35th anniversary. The Faniversary event will take place at the World Showplace Events Pavilion. It includes 3 presentations that celebrate the magic of this fan favorite theme park over the past 35 years. The presentations will include rare content and stories from Disney luminaries who played an influential role in the development of Epcot. All attendees will also have the chance to enjoy a lunchtime look back at Epcot over the years while snacking on a boxed lunch at your table. After that, recess will be offered.
Yay, recess. Yay. It's exciting.
Tag, you're it. I'm joking. No one at this event runs. Tickets will cost $135 per person plus a $5 per person processing fee, or $19 more than a ticket to Disney After Hours. Tickets for this go until Tuesday, May 2nd at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern Time at D23.com.
Done.
But it doesn't end there. On the evening of the 35th anniversary, there will be a behind-the-scenes progressive dinner and a variety of private venues in the theme park, because if there's one thing Epcot fans are, It's progressive.
Yeah, I don't know what a progressive dinner is.
It means you keep eating at different locations. Progressive, and then it keeps moving.
Okay.
Guests will have the chance to enjoy 4 courses throughout the evening, the last of which will be a dessert reception along the World Showcase with VIP viewing of Illuminations.
Is this included in that ticket?
This is all in that ticket, yeah.
Wow.
Attendees will progress through dinner with within private areas of Epcot, including the General Motors Lounge above Test Track and the Living Seas Salon before they are both bulldozed. Throughout the progressive meal, guests will have the opportunity to shoot dirty looks at fellow Disney fans, as well as honorary Disney luminaries and special guests. Before the evening concludes, attendees will also enjoy an exclusive behind-the-scenes experience at an iconic Epcot attraction. It's Club Cool. You get to see how they fill the machines every night at 9 o'clock. It's very exciting. This one-of-a-kind experience wouldn't be complete without a custom gift created exclusively for you. A piece of Ellen DeGeneres animatronic from the universe of energy. Tickets are $250 per person. That's in addition to the other event if you go to both.
Okay. So I just asked you if that was included.
No, this is a separate event.
Separate event,
yeah. Plus a $5 per person processing fee, which is $136 more than a Disney After Hours ticket.
So what's the the second one you're just paying for a dinner and
4 courses in private lounges. They're going to take you behind the scenes at an Epcot attraction and give you an Illuminations dessert party. It may not be the worst thing ever. I can't go regardless because we're doing Celebration 35, of course, and we are going to have our own dessert party, which I think is only going to be like $60 a person. And we'll also have our own private viewing.
And the special gift is a piece of one of Tom's iconic checkered shirts.
There you go. But actually, I think we're gonna
do that.
We're either gonna have flaming donuts or flaming churros. I'm not sure which.
That'd be amazing, though. Can we do a piece of
history with one of my shirts?
Yeah. Oh,
I'll look into it.
That'd be fantastic.
I'll look into it.
We're doing it. I'm stealing one of your shirts. We're doing it. Done.
Someone in the chat, those people are getting over the Adam the Woo joke in the chat. Anyway, beginning May 26th, the Frozen Summer Games hosted at Blizzard Beach will be returning for their second year. The games at Blizzard Beach, which are included with admission, they are events where you can join either Team Kristoff or Team Olaf and participate in a variety of activities from ice pail relays and snowball toss to ski pole limbo and slide races, or of course my personal favorite, avoid the unfortunate thongs. Not only that, but there will be crafts, which are of course always more fun when wet, a live DJ, and for the first time in forever, a special Kristoff and Olaf character greeting location. But fun fact, it won't be the first time a wet girl has met Kristoff. You know, when I wrote that, I was like, this is probably a bad idea. Probably shouldn't even put this in. We're gonna keep moving now. Not proud. Not
because
proud
it rains
of
in parks, right?
Disney confirmed that Fantasmic at Disneyland will return with new scenes and magic this summer. When it returns, expected just before the 4th of July holiday, which is somehow after the opening of Pandora, the world of Avatar. New scenes. New scenes will include Pirates of the Caribbean, Aladdin, The Lion King, and Tangled characters. Further details on these scenes were not provided as of yet, but chances are they replace your personal favorite part of the show. Isn't that always because I was going off the comments? They're ruining Fantasmic
stuff.
Who brings us the news?
That would be TeePublic. Don't forget to shop apparel and accessories for Disney fans through WDWNT.com and TeePublic. Just head over to WDWNT.com and click on the TeePublic ad to shop from hundreds of designs for t-shirts, phone cases, prints, and more, including exclusive WDWNT and WDW News Tonight logo apparel, as well as original creations such as Punzel's Poopers, Captain EO Crunch, Seven, Make the Movie Ride Great Again, and more. Also, we have those stickers.
Yeah, all those are available as stickers for like $2.50. Which is really cool.
Fantastic. Make the most of tonight's commercial breaks and shop through our extensive collection. TeePublic, an official partner of WDW News Tonight.
Nick, when we come back, we're going to be playing the Pyramid, and we have a really cool prize that one person's going to get at least tonight.
Yeah.
Someone's going to get this. It's the pin from Star Wars Galactic Knights. Woo!
So what we're doing, we're playing the pyramid. You're going to have a teammate, so we're just going to randomly pair you up as you call. We got 3 games to play through tonight. The team who gets the best score will get the best prizes tonight.
Yes.
But everybody will get something for playing tonight. And so give us a call, 407-774-8255, 407-774-8255 to play the pyramid.
We'll be right back.
Did you know that every dollar you put into a piece of real estate makes you money 5 ways? Cash flow, money in your pocket each month. Equity capture, the thousands of dollars you create when you have the right team and buy the right property using the right map. Appreciation, real estate doubles in value about every 10 years. Equity buildup, renters pay down your mortgage each month. And finally, the tax advantage. We pay almost no taxes on our cash flow and capital gains. These are the 5 ways we make money in real estate, which is why real estate accounts for more millionaires in the world today than any other investment vehicle. You should have some real estate in your portfolio. To learn how, attend one of our free workshops. Call 1-866-971-8970 or go to 5wayswemakemoney.com and register for the next available workshop. That's 866-971-8970 or go to 5wayswemakemoney.com.
Buy local, shop local, locally grown or produced. Over the past few years, more and more people have become aware of and interested in not only where they spend their money, but from where their products come. This is Robin Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory, and since our company was founded over 25 years ago, we have been providing our customers with exactly that, a locally manufactured product from a locally owned and operated company. The Original Mattress Factory was founded on the principle of producing quality mattresses in our own factory and selling them directly to the consumer, right here in Orlando. We take tremendous pride in being able to offer you a great value on quality, hand-built, and locally made mattresses at our everyday low factory direct prices. So for a true local mattress experience, come to our factory and see for yourself. You can also stop by an Original Mattress Factory store near you or visit us at originalmattress.com to see how we make mattresses right here in Orlando.
Have you racked up more than $10,000 in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? You should know the credit card companies would rather you didn't know that there are ways you can become debt-free and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. There are debt relief programs that help people like you escape overwhelming credit card debt. National Debt Relief has helped tens of thousands of people just like you reduce more than $500 million of debt. National Debt Relief has helped so many people. They're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. You don't have to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan. You have the right to settle your debt for a mere fraction of what you owe. Reduce a portion of your debt now. Call National Debt Relief at 800-518-4020. 800-518-4020. That's 800-518-4020.
Thank you, Space Angels. Welcome back to WDW News Tonight. Nick, I believe we've got a whole bunch of people already on the line. He's telling me to waste time, so I'm going to waste some time. So tonight, thank you for joining us on WDW News Tonight, radio's only show about Disney parks. We're live on 105.5 FM here in Orlando, as well as AM 660, AM 1520. We're live at listen.wdwnt.com, and of course on YouTube and WDWNT, the app. Thank you guys. Apparently you guys are lighting up the phone lines right now, so Nick's real busy taking calls. We're going to be doing the pyramid shortly, and the winning pair of players are each going to get one of these. This is the pin from Star Wars. We'll give out some other prizes also for everyone else who plays. See what happens. Nick, are you back with us yet? No, he's not. I also at some point have to open this. You may have noticed in the description of the show this week, there was something weird that says Tom opens roses or opens a box of roses. This is a box of roses. They're from the people at Shire, and these are people that make roses. And so I have a box of roses to open. that they sent us to review, and we're going to do that live on the show tonight. So I was hoping there'd be a woman here tonight. Hopefully, Michelle. I see Michelle's out there in the chat. Hi, Michelle. Hope you feel better. Because if there's any two people less qualified than Nick and I to review roses, I am not aware of them. But we're going to open these up soon and see what happens. I'm going to start opening while Nick is still taking phone calls. So I'm going to pop open. This could be very dangerous live on the air. Me with a knife, right? Kids, don't try this at home. Get parents supervision before you try to open a box of roses. Nick, how's it going in there? Good? I'm still talking to people.
Hey, Tom.
So I'm going to open this box of roses on the radio, which is probably not the most exciting thing to do on the radio, mind you.
Tom, while we have
if I cut my finger open, though, our ratings are going to go through the roof, right? That's what everybody wants to see.
While we have a second, let's wish a happy
WDW
birthday.
Right now. That's hoping I do. But yeah, I don't know. We're probably overwhelmed. But again, to call and play the pyramid, it's 407-774-8255. But I think we probably have more than enough calls already, right, Nick? No.
No. It just takes a little while to set up the game because I got to get each person their category.
That's right. Yeah. I'm still opening this box.
But I'm ready to play round one, game one, with our first two contestants.
All right, why don't you get that started then while I continue opening this box of roses?
All right, sounds good. Let's play the pyramid! All right, we're going to bring on our first two contestants here. First of all, we want to welcome Rick to the program. Good evening, Rick.
Hey, Tom. Hey, Nick. How are you?
Good, how are you?
We're doing good. We're doing good. Tom's just opening flowers.
I'm opening roses.
Roses in the other room.
I see this.
It's an exciting day. And I'm sitting here playing the pyramid with you guys. So hopefully Tom hasn't cut himself yet. Let's see this box. Is it a good presentation? Pretty good presentation.
It's pretty.
It says Disney on it. Rose Shire.
We'll get to this. Let's go.
All right. We also have Andrew on the line. Good evening, Andrew.
Good evening. I also have my wife, Lauren, here as well.
All right. Excellent. So Rick and Andrew, and by extension, Lauren, are going to be playing the pyramid with us. And we're going to get you guys, we already got you guys your clues. Do you each have your clues? I got them to you?
Yes.
Your well, not your clues, but your words. So we're gonna we're gonna have Rick start off and try to have Andrew pick what he's got on his list. Then we'll switch it around there. We're gonna play this game 3 times tonight with a couple sets of contestants, and whoever has the highest score, whoever between the two of you can guess the most off the other person's list by the end of the night, we'll each get those Star Wars pins, the Galactic Knights Star Wars pins. Tom is tossing in another one, so there are 2.
There's one. Pair, yeah.
There's one for each.
You guys are lucky
person.
I bought them.
So it'll be very cool, and but everybody will go home with something. So if you guys are ready, we'll start round 1, and now you guys do have 60 seconds on the clock to guess the 5 items on your team members list. We're going to start with Rick, like I said. Rick, you got yours in front of you. Your category tonight, Rick, is I am blue. Blue things at Walt Disney World.
Keep it clean.
Blue things at Walt Disney World. So, Rick, Andrew, you guys ready to start?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock. When you start talking, Rick, giving your clues, I will start the clock. Go ahead.
All right. He's the character in the movie Aladdin. Will Smith's going to play him.
Yes.
These are the people in Avatar.
Navi.
Yes.
This is a ride in the Land Pavilion, and it's what someone would wear.
Soren.
Soren?
The Soren.
More specific.
Soren.
The cast members.
Yes.
Yeah. Cast costume.
Yeah. What Anna's sister would wear.
Say that again. Oh, Elsa.
What Anna from Frozen, what her sister would wear.
Elsa's gown.
Yes.
He's a fish, and he can't find his dad.
Oops. I typed in the wrong one.
Nemo?
Yeah, but it's Dory. We'll give you that one. We'll give you that one.
Fine.
Next one.
The fastest ride at Epcot. What do you ride in?
That's right.
Yes.
Well, Test Track's not blue. The car.
Well, the car. He got it. I messed up the other one, so I gave it to him. You
Remember,
got it.
Nick, when I told you it's not Nemo that's blue? Can you change that? Remember that?
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Read that story.
I was going to give you this box of roses, Nick, but now they're going to have to go to someone else.
I wanted the roses.
You're not getting my last rose this week on WDW News.
All right. Well, you got all 6, so you guys are off to a great start here. We're going to switch things around now. Andrew's going to be the one giving the clues. Rick has to guess the 6 things on your list. Andrew's category is a galaxy far, far away. Space-themed things at Walt Disney World. For 60 seconds.
None of them are hotels.
For 60 seconds up on the clock. Andrew, once you start talking, I will start the clock. Go ahead.
All right. It's a ride that you're in the dark and you feel like your head's going to hit a rail.
Space Mountain.
Yes.
Okay. This is the ride that provides a barf bag for you in Epcot.
Mission Space.
Yes.
Yep. This is the ride that was too terrifying for children.
Alien Encounter.
Yes.
This is the ride that it became.
Stitch and Straight Escape.
Yes.
This is the featured drink at the new beverage center in Tomorrowland.
Pass.
Oh, yeah. Can you say just?
All right, he passed. Go on to the last one.
What? Last one. This was they just announced the news for this ride at Celebration.
Oh crap!
What did he say?
Going to the planet Crate.
The Millennium Falcon.
No. All right, so you got 4 out of 6 there. The one that you passed over, the Mission to S'mores drink.
Which I was the first person on Earth.
And the attraction he was trying to get you to name there was Star Tours.
Okay.
That's pretty good. 10 out of 12, though.
Yeah, 10 out of 12.
That's going to be real hard to beat.
All right. Well, thank you, Rick and Andrew. Hold on the line for me real quick, and I'll be right back with you. We're still looking. We do have a 3rd contestant there on hold, but we need another one for them to play with. Give us a call, 407-774-8255.
And the pair with the highest score tonight is going to get, each one of them will get one of these really cool Galactic Knight pins, and it's dated, so this pin isn't going to come out again.
The other one,
even if they do the event again.
Galactic Knights mug that's sitting there in the.
No, this is mine.
My mug. Here,
my cup.
Your cup. All right, I'm gonna get us up for the second game, and you want to talk about more of those roses? Pull them out, see what you got there.
Oh yeah, let me open these roses. Let's do that. So we never really get sent stuff like this. The people at Shire, they sent them for free. So I was like, yeah, I'll talk about it. It's a Disney product. I mean, if you're going to send it for free, I'll certainly talk about it. It wouldn't make sense not to. Since Beauty and the Beast just came out in theaters, Shire partnered with Disney to create a limited edition Beauty and the Beast Rose collection. That's what this is. And I'll read you a little bit of their description of the product. There's no better way to be a part of the fantasy of the Enchanted Rose than having a dozen luxury roses delivered right to your doorstep within a themed box that offers an experience unto itself. While we can't claim that you'll earn the love of another before the last petal drops, this line alone in the release has me sold. This makes the perfect gift for all the Disney, Emma Watson, and Dan Stevens fans in your life. Beauty and the Beast collection features a character-inspired design on the interior and exterior of Shire's trademark rose boxes and roses in the hues of traditional red and bell-inspired red-fringed yellow. Shire builds their products locally and ships overnight nationwide. Each product is handmade, and each of those roses is, I can't believe this, assessed, manicured, and affixed with individual water tubes to ensure the superior quality and health. And that was my big question for the ship. I was like, you think these roses are going to get to me okay? But I guess these people are in the business. They know what they're doing, right? Shire has been has been in the floral category with uniquely curated collections that appeal to discerning tastes, honor the symbolism of the rose, and support the superior quality of each flower. So these are available. They are pricey, but they're at roseshire.com. And if you're a guy and you need to make up for something horrible you did or that your wife or girlfriend thinks was bad, this might be a good way to go. So So they come with there's a nice little envelope. But look at this thing. It's cool. So I'm gonna pop this thing open. Hopefully this opens easily without destroying the envelope, right? Tom's opening stuff on the air. I don't think you could even get through this label thing. That's not gonna happen. I'm gonna need the knife just to open the envelope's gonna be harder to open the actual thing. So yeah, roseshire.com if you're in the market, if you know someone that loves Beauty and the Beast, you want to buy them a dozen roses.
Hold them up. I didn't say. Did we open them yet?
No, I'm opening.
We're still not.
The envelope is the hardest thing to open because of this. I know why people don't use these things anymore. These seals. Not easy. I'm gonna end up cutting this card in half with my finger. The two. Are we still waiting on calls?
Yes.
So come on, people. You don't want to win a Galactic Knights spin? Come on, make it happen. Just like card, but the card's very nice.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, without the rip, I'm sure it's very nice. And yeah, they said to Tom, "Hope you enjoy these roses on us." How sweet. Anyway. Yeah, so they come with a nice card, and I'm sure they do personalization and stuff on the site. But let's open some roses. Come on, man. Let's do this.
I'm excited to see these.
Oh, I gotta pop this. There's a seal on here. Hold on. Don't worry, this isn't SeaWorld. It's not like a living seal. We're gonna pop. Oh, poor SeaWorld. All right. Here we go. We're opening these roses. Oh, which way does this box open? I can't figure it out. There we go. We've popped the box open now, and you can see it's a very nice box. Got Beauty and the Beast characters in it.
Ooh, that's good presentation right there.
Yeah, it's Belle and Beast. It's the animated movie version, which is nice. I still haven't seen the live action, so I don't even know what to tell you. Your experience must be perfect. If it's not, they give you a card to email them right away. If something at all is wrong with your roses, contact them right away. That's pretty cool. It's dated. The date that they were sent out is on there. It's very fancy. Open it on the radio show, he said. It'll be great, he said. I don't even know how to open this box. I think that's it.
Can you see the flowers?
They're
yet?
right here, yeah.
But you can't get to them. Is it like a Zelda Breath of the Wild puzzle?
The flowers are here. Yeah, it's about as complicated.
Use stasis.
See, there's roses.
Look at that. Oh, they're
They
nice.
smell nice. They're still in great shape. Look at that.
That's nice color assortment there. It's like very Beauty and the Beast-ish.
They're very pretty. I'm going to take some better pictures tonight. We're going to post on the site about it too, but they're very pretty.
They long stem.
That's nice, the yellow with the red. It is very
So where's the water?
very
Like it's
down here in the stem.
So they're like so that's like a waterproof part of the box? Is it like a juice box?
That's a great question.
I believe
It's
they
like a
said each
Capri
one
Sun?
Oh
was.
yeah, look.
And they're poke through?
I wish I could. If I hold this up, they're all going to fall out. If you could come here and angle the camera, we could do this, but maybe not. Maybe I can get it on camera. See at the bottom there, there's little water tubes.
Oh my goodness, little water tubes.
How great is that? So if you have to transport these for a little bit, or maybe you have to wait a day or two, which I did. I honestly received these 2 days ago. And they're still
Could've
like
been
alive
dead.
and fine. What was I going to do? I don't have a vase.
Yeah.
Disney doesn't sell vases. I don't have.
Do they
I
not?
don't buy
Yeah,
theme park
plenty of
vases.
mugs.
Sure they do.
But that's really neat that they have the little water tubes.
Actually, the Flower and Garden Festival is going on right now. We get you a nice pot for those.
We should go get a pot for these. I should be a grown man with roses in my apartment. That's what
Yes, you should.
Yeah, right? So roseshire.com.
Every man should have
If you're
flowers in
watching
their
the show,
apartment.
I assume your significant other is a Disney fan. This might be something kind of cool to do for an anniversary or something. And yeah, you know what? They shipped them. I think they came from far away. I don't think they're close by either. They shipped these from pretty far away. They still look great. They're alive. They got little water tubes. It's really great. Now we'll see if these survive until Friday, so I can give them to somebody. See if they make it. The packaging is cool too. They told me also they're going to be doing other Disney movies. Like every couple months, they're going to do more of them. So maybe you guys like Tangled or something like that. I'm sure they've got more coming up. But there you go. We opened a box of roses on the air. Wasn't that terribly exciting, everyone? Yeah, no, I'm surprised. And I'm not chilling for them either. Like, I was prepared to open this and them all be dead and be like, uh-oh, we got a box of dead flowers.
Yeah, you'd never know. But, you know, they have the little slits you could preview them once you get the first box open. But that's good. Yeah, that would have been bad. Open dead flowers live on there.
Oh, yeah, that would have ruined their business, right? But no, I think they stand by. If you stand by your product, you know what you're doing.
Yeah. All right, that's good. I guess it's all about the presentation, because if it's not, I mean, they're just yellow and red roses.
Yeah, no, but the box is great. And it's nice if you're, you know, like, obviously if you're watching this show, you're Disney people. You love this stuff. You want it to consume your life in every way, the same way I do. And I think this is cute. Like, it's cute. They are pricey, but I mean, if you go buy roses from anywhere else, they're pricey too. I can't believe how much flowers are in general.
That'd be cool if they did an add-on Beauty and the Beast vase.
That would be really neat.
Yeah.
Like maybe it would look like the cover for the rose.
Yeah.
That'd be really neat. But it's a cute idea. Why no one has done, you know, Disney flowers. I mean, the Disney floral department at Walt Disney World has certainly made more than enough money in the time of its existence. So why not break into that in the, you know, market outside of the parks? I think it's a smart idea. And the quality's there. Again, I've left those have been sitting in my apartment for 2 days and they still look perfectly fine because those water tubes, which are really neat. Like that's great because, you know, what happens? You spend all this money on flowers and then they die in the time between when you get them and when you give them to somebody. That's horrible. But I stand by it. Again, if you want to buy a nice set of roses for somebody and they like Beauty and the Beast, roseshire.com. Like they're very, very nice.
All right.
But I'm not going to lie to you and tell you they're cheap. They're certainly not.
No.
I think it's like $189, something like that.
For a dozen roses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
which I think a dozen roses anyway is going to cost you probably about half of that for most places. Anyway, it's bad. It's pricey.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how bad.
Tom, it's $189 for 2
All right,
dozen
well,
roses.
I just you know, we still look for a contestant to play the game tonight. The Pyramid 407-774-8255 is the number. WDW News Tonight, and our game tonight is brought to you by WDWNT, the app, the official mobile application of WDW News Today. This app brings you all the latest Disney Parks news, podcasts, including WDW News Tonight, streamed right to your mobile device, park hours, videos, as well as the ability to listen and chat live on the go with this very show and many others. Download the app today for your iOS, Android, and Amazon devices by searching for WDWNT or visit WDWNT.com for more information.
Sorry. In the chat, people are yelling at me about roses.
Yeah, well.
That I'm number one, way too excited about roses. Number two, those water tubes apparently are industry standard. I don't get roses
shipped to me. I go buy them.
Anyone I've ever dated has not been a flower person. Like they've said, don't buy me flowers. I prefer physical items, which I agree with. Who wants something that's just going to die in a week or two? But some girls really like flowers.
I buy my women Ewoks.
You buy yourself Ewoks.
I do.
There's 12 Ewoks. If you buy this set, you can have a rose for every Ewok in your bed.
I go to the flower shop just like every other man. I don't have them shipped, but I should. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to look for that second contestant for the Pyramid, 407-774-8255, and we'll finish the game up when we come back.
Hey, I'm Brant. So there's this family, Jeremy and Sharon, and a couple kids, and they're all very healthy, and they did something to save money. They switched from health insurance to MediShare, and then they had a third baby, a little girl named Anya, and she was very sick.
We've had a lot of hospital visits.
A whole week in a children's hospital, CAT scans and blood tests and chemical tests, and I think we saw a dozen doctors. It was all shared.
The bills were shared by the other members of MediShare. That's how this works. So get this, they save hundreds a month. They don't have to deal with health insurance companies or government health care plans, and they get to be part of a community that cares.
MediShare has always been there for us and helped meet the needs that we have as a family.
It's no wonder this is growing so fast. It is worth looking into. Here's how. Call 844-41-BIBLE. Now, it's available everywhere but Montana. 844-41-BIBLE.
Have you racked up more than $10,000 in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? You should know the credit card companies are tricking you into thinking there's no way out. Credit card companies would rather you didn't know that there are ways you can become debt-free and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. There are debt relief programs that help people like you escape overwhelming credit card debt. National Debt Relief has helped tens of thousands of people just like you reduce more than $500 million of debt. National Debt Relief has helped so many people. They're A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau. You don't have to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan. You have the right to settle your debt for a mere fraction of what you owe. Reduce a portion of your debt now. Call National Debt Relief at 800-518-4020. 800-518-4020. That's 800-518-4020.
Did you know that every dollar you put into a piece of real estate makes you money 5 ways? Cash flow, money in your pocket each month. Equity capture, the thousands of dollars you create when you have the right team and buy the right property using the right map. Appreciation, real estate doubles in value about every 10 years. Equity buildup, renters pay down your mortgage each month. And finally, the tax advantage. We pay almost no taxes on our cash flow and capital gains. These are the 5 ways we make money in real estate, which is why real estate accounts for more millionaires in the world today than any other investment vehicle. You should have some real estate in your portfolio. To learn how, attend one of our free workshops. Call 1-866-971-8970 or go to 5wayswemakemoney.com and register for the next available workshop. That's 866-971-8970 or go to 5wayswemakemoney.com.
Yeah, hit me with that Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm joking, it's Universe Energy. Welcome back to WDW News Tonight. Do we have some Pyramid to play?
We do. We got some Pyramid to play.
Good, because I'm done opening roses. Much to everyone's joy.
People like that, though. All right, we're going to bring our 2 contestants to play game 2 of the Pyramid tonight. We got James and Whitney. Good evening, James. James?
Yep.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Very, very good. You're going to play the Pyramid. Sorry for the hold, but it took Whitney a long time to realize she really wanted to play tonight and call in. Good evening, Whitney.
Hi.
Hi. So you two are going up with each other. 2 teammates here trying to win the grand prize, which are those Galactic Knights pins. Or maybe I could talk Tom into sending the roses to one of you guys. I don't know.
I'm not sending the roses. If I mail them, they ain't going to survive.
All right. So let's get this going before the end of the hour. I'm going to put up a minute on the clock. You got 60 seconds to give out your clues and have your partner guess all 6 words that you have in front of you there. James, we're going to start with you, giving your clues to Whitney. Your category is Let's Get Physical. And we have sporting events held at the ESPN Wide World of Sports, or sports that take place there. All right. So, James, I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock. Remember, you can't use words from your list in your clues. And when you start talking, I will start the clock. Go ahead.
Okay, so these are races that the theme park puts on. You can run through the theme park.
You said you used the word. You said races. Oh, wait, did you?
No.
It's not on your list. I messed up. All right.
Nick, what are you doing?
I'm resetting the clock. I'm horrible at this. I'm awful at this. I didn't type the whole thing out there. I apologize. Start over again. You got it. You got it, James.
Okay, so these are races that the theme park puts on. Marathon weekend is part of this. They do 5Ks. Disney run.
It's a marathon.
5K.
The I don't Star Wars marathon.
Pass if you don't know. You got to keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
All right, pass on. Go to the next one.
Okay. This is a sport. The Lakers are a team. Golden State. Steph Curry plays.
Yes.
This is a sport. The Final Five from the Olympics. Girls in leotards.
Yeah.
Gabby Douglas. This is a sport. Orlando has the Sun Bears. It's called football in England. They kick around.
Yep.
This is a sport. You can play it on the sand. You hit the ball with your arm.
Volleyball.
This is a sport. First base, second base, third base.
Baseball.
All right, very good. We went a little over there, but I gave you that because I messed up on that first one. So we were looking for Run Disney.
Oh, Run Disney.
Yeah, the actual title of the whole thing there. And I apologize there. I messed up that one word there. Sorry, James.
Nick messed up a game. What?
But you got what's up with that? What's up with that? We got 5 out of 6 once we rebooted. They're not too bad, not too shabby. Now it's Whitney's turn to give some clues here. And got like a minute left. It's not going to happen. Guys, hold on the line. We got to take a quick news break here at the top of the hour. When we return here on WDW News Tonight, we will let James and Whitney continue there. Yeah, go figure. Nick messed up a game. No, so I had, just so if you...
So now they have to wait through like a 3-minute commercial break. I'll tell you what, we still have one full game left, so we still need 2 more competitors if you want to compete for these Star Wars Galactic Knight pins. So call 407-774-8255. To play. I promise maybe I'll take over for the next round so the game isn't butchered horribly.
On our cheat sheet here, I typed Run Disney Races, but when I texted it to James for his category, I only
every time you mess
Disney.
up, you're losing a flower. You're down to like 8 flowers.
I want to lose one more, so I have 7.
Yeah, 7. Still
Celebrating 50 years as Apopka's hometown station. 1520 WBZW. Apopka, Orlando. Community events, financial news, weather, traffic, and more.
A service of Salem Media Group.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Keith Peters. Correspondent Kelly Kissel reports 2 executions that were scheduled for Thursday night in Arkansas have been put on hold. A Pulaski County Circuit judge issued a temporary restraining order Wednesday night blocking the state of Arkansas from using a drug that a medical supply company says was sold for inmate care, not executions.
Judge Alice Gray in Little Rock issued an order saying that the state could not use one of the 3 execution drugs that it obtained for the 5 executions that are scheduled between now and the end of the month. McKesson Corporation is a company that is a medical supplier, and McKesson says that inadvertently one of its employees let 100 vials of becuronium bromide be shipped to the state.
The ruling came moments after the Arkansas Supreme Court granted a stay to one of 2 men scheduled for execution Thursday night. Fox News has gotten rid of Bill O'Reilly.
So who pushed Bill O'Reilly out of Fox News? His lawyer, Mark Kazowitz, claimed it was a far left-wing conspiracy against cable TV's highest-rated host.
Just preposterous.
Says attorney Douglas Wigder, whose firm represented Juliette Huddy, a former Fox host who settled a sexual harassment suit in January.
All we're looking to do is to make sure that Fox News and, frankly, every other company in America follows the laws against discrimination and harassment.
As for the left-wing stuff,
I supported and contributed to the Trump campaign, and I routinely watch Fox News.
O'Reilly has been on vacation in Italy, where he was photographed in the VIP section of an audience with Pope Francis. He was to return Monday, but Fox issued a terse statement saying after a careful review of the allegations, it was agreed he would not. Warren Levinson, New York.
There'll be a runoff in Georgia's 6th congressional district to replace Tom Price, who is now Health and Human Services Secretary. Republican Karen Handel will face Democrat John Ossoff. On Wall Street, the Dow down by 119 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Have you been getting nervous about the overbought securities market? What about possible government intervention in your retirement options? Or the slow death of the U.S. dollar, with China waiting in the wings to pounce as the new reserve currency? If you answered yes, then you probably know these factors are creating a perfect storm that could cause gold and silver prices to soar. The time might be right for you to consider rolling your retirement fund into gold. The Hartford Gold Group has built its reputation on helping individuals and families diversify and protect their wealth with precious metals. If you're looking for options to protect your retirement fund, then call the Hartford Gold Group now at 844-351-GOLD. We'll rush your special edition tax loophole guide to show you the advantages of rolling your retirement funds into gold. Call 844-351-GOLD and claim your free gold and tax loophole guide. That's 844-351-GOLD, or visit us on the web at hartford.gold. Call 844-351-GOLD.
Welcome back to WDW News Tonight. This is hour 2 of the show. We are live on 105.5 FM, 660 AM, and AM 1520 as well. We're at listen.wdwnt.com, live on YouTube, and live on WDWNT app. Thanks for joining us. Next week on the show, we are back with a celebration of Animal Kingdom, the first 19 years with that Animal Kingdom Choose Your Own Adventure game.
That'll go great.
And much, much more. And don't forget, in 2 weeks' time, May 3rd, it is our 3-hour 50th episode spectacular featuring the return of Cornac the Magnificent, Jeopardy, WDWNT the Match Game, and much, much more. Episode 50 coming up in 2 weeks. An exciting 2 weeks of WDW News Tonight ahead. Nick, who brings us WDW News Tonight?
That would be
that's Magical Travel.
Magical Travel. Yeah, I love them. They're really good at being an authorized Disney vacation planner and always ready to assist you in making your next trip. Why is it always this one? Well, I love you, Magical Travel.
We're about to find out how good the Shire Rose Box is at beating another human being. We're going to
all right, let's
find out shortly.
Magical Travel. They're an authorized Disney vacation planner. They're always ready to assist you in making your next trip to the Walt Disney World Resort, Disneyland Resort, or aboard the Disney Cruise Line even more magical. Right now, you can save up to 25% on select Walt Disney World Resort hotels. For more information on this special offer and many more, visit magicaltravel.com and book your next Disney trip today.
All right, we've got lots more people for the pyramid, so let's make this happen.
All right, we're bringing back James and Whitney. Now they're playing the pyramid with us. James was able to have Whitney guess 4 out of 5 items on his, or 5 out of 6 items on his list. Whitney is going to try to do at least the same. That will get you guys into the lead for the night.
That'll tie it.
No, they were. They only got 10. Oh yeah, 5 and 5.
And 5. Oh my! Do you know how many roses are in this box, Nick? You want to count? I swear.
I can't.
Oh man, this is what happens when Michelle's not here. Michelle, please get better.
Hey, all right. So Whitney, your category is stop horsing around. Places you can find a horse at Walt Disney World.
Okay.
All right. So you got 6 items on your list. Once you start talking, I will start the 60-second clock.
Okay. All right. The first one is located along the Sassaluga River.
Orleans?
No, it has a. Nope, it has a spa.
Saratoga Springs?
Yes. Okay, the next one is located in Magic Kingdom.
Main Street?
No, it goes around and around.
Carousel. King Arthur Carousel.
We'll take it.
Yeah. Okay, the third one is it's located inside Journey into Imagination, and it features tiny movies of a very popular animation.
Remember, you can
pass. You guys don't have much time left.
Pass. Okay. The next one is a big golf ball.
Epcot.
More
Spaceship
specific.
Earth.
There you go.
All right, you guys out
You
of
got
time.
Spaceship Earth.
No, well, they're out of the time. They're out of the time. But I'll let you guys finish. So I'll give you a Spaceship Earth. So you got 3. You got 3 there. Let's see if just go ahead and see if you can get them to guess the other 2 just for fun here.
Okay, for fun. The next one is it was sponsored by General Motors. It was the previous ticket. Do what?
No, before Test Track.
Yeah, before Test Track.
Remember all those horses in Test Track? What they do the braking?
Was horsepower.
Horsepower.
They fought the Decepticons.
That's fantastic.
What's the go for the last one?
Okay, you can bring your RV trailers.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys.
What was the one they missed?
World of Motion.
Well, no, the Pixar Shorts Film Festival.
Pixar Shorts Film Festival. Get a Horse.
Yeah.
Is one of the shorts.
Yeah.
All right, James and Whitney, you got 8. Right now, you're in second place for the night. I will get in touch with you about your prizes. Thanks for playing tonight.
Yep.
All right, next.
She sounded so annoyed.
No, Whitney's good. She plays a lot of our games.
Yes,
here.
she knows you're gonna screw it up at some point.
All right, speaking of screwing it up, game 3 of the Pyramid coming to you right now. And we're going to bring on our 2 next contestants. They are Michael and Doug. Good evening, Michael.
Hey, what's going on, Nick?
Hey, doing good. Excited for you to play Pyramid. Now, 10 is the number to beat tonight. So we'll see if you guys can do that. And your teammate tonight is Doug. Good evening, Doug.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Not too much. So I want to make sure, Michael and Doug, you both got your categories, correct?
Yes, I got mine.
Yeah, I'm looking at mine right now.
Excellent. So we're going to start with Michael. As you heard how the game goes, we're going to put 60 seconds on the clock. Michael, your category to get Doug to guess here is Act Naturally. We got Earth Day coming up soon, so we have this category of Disney nature films. Are you ready, Michael?
Okay, am I the one that giving him the categories?
You are giving the clues. Don't use any of those words that are in front of you in your clues. You got to get Doug to guess what's on your list there.
Without saying.
Okay, got it.
All right, now remember, Doug, you can always pass. If you don't know one, you can pass, go on to the next one, come back to it later on. All right, I'm putting 60 seconds up on the clock. Go ahead, Michael.
Okay, this is a type of chimpanzee, orangutan, gorilla.
Primate.
Think bigger. What do they come underneath? What kind of animal are they?
Monkeys. I'll pass it.
Okay. This seas, the Dead Sea, the Atlantic, the Pacific, the
Ocean.
Indian. Okay. This is the world. What's another name for the world?
The planet. Nature.
Keep going.
Well,
okay, it's in between. There you go. What is? I said one of these monkey names earlier, and not the gorilla, not the orangutan, but the
chimpanzee.
There you go. And then we've also got these are mountain lions, tigers, lions that are in this continent.
Big cat.
What continent are they usually in?
Africa.
Okay, put them together. Put those two together.
Eurasia. Africa, Asia. I don't know. Pass it.
Pangea.
Okay, this is a large country in Asia.
Wait, say that again?
Large country in Asia.
China.
Okay, if I was...
You guys didn't get all of them, but that was some of the best. I'm being completely honest. That was some of the best playing of Pyramid. The clues were spectacular, and he was all over them. They just were really tough.
Yeah.
In all honesty, you guys played magnificently, so I don't think you guys are going to have a problem with the next round. How many did they get that time?
Well, they got Earth and chimpanzee. They got 2.
No, we got oceans.
You did get oceans. You did get oceans.
Right.
Yeah, you got 3. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So you got 3.
That was a tough
yeah, so the first one, Monkey Kingdom. And unless you kind of knew that one, it's hard.
That was a tough category.
African cats, you were just so close to putting that together. African cats. And the last one's going to be Born in China, the one that's being released next week, 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so you got 3. You got 3 out of 6. Now it's Doug's turn to give the clues. We're going to flip this around. Michael's going to try to guess here. Now, Doug, your category is chill out. Ice cream shops located at Walt Disney World. Whenever you're ready, Doug, I will start the clock countdown. Go ahead.
Okay, it's the ice cream parlor in French. Not quite sure the name. Do you know it? Shoot. Yeah, crud. Let's pass it.
Yeah, you pass.
All right, this is the one. It's the truck in the Hollywood studios. It's a big lizard. It's popular. It's got the Extinction Sunday.
Yes. Oh. I was just thinking of this name the other day.
Good. All right, let's pass. Do you have it?
No.
No, go to the next one. All right, it's at one of the hotels near Epcot Center. It's got the kitchen sink sundae. One half of it's called the Yacht Club Resort. I can't give you the other name because I can't get the other.
Oh, this is a tough category. Gosh.
These poor guys got hosed.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know the name of that one either.
That's all right. We'll go on. This is a bit popular restaurant in the Magic Kingdom. It's got the character dining. These guys like to rip on it all the time because of the bad food.
Wow. These guys like to.
The bad.
Oh.
Can you be more specific? Wait, location.
It has the character dining. It's the buffet restaurant in the Magic Kingdom.
Crystal Palace.
Not the other one.
Is it close by there?
You know what? Pass it. Oh man,
Never getting this one. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I know. All right. Okay, this one is. It's a restaurant. It's in the Animal Kingdom. It's a weird. It's an African name. I don't know if you get. At least I think it's African.
All right.
Oh. I feel so bad. These guys got hosed. Here's what I want to do. Here's what I want to do for these guys. May 3rd, we got 2 really big games. I would love for you guys, we get big signups for both Match Game and Jeopardy. Nick's gonna have you guys on the line. I want both of you to come back and play one of those games on our 50th show in 2 weeks. Because we're gonna have big prizes and stuff, and I feel you guys kind of got hosed tonight. So Nick's going to talk to you and get your information. May 3rd, we got that big show. I want you guys to come back and play a big game that isn't really difficult because Nick really hosed both of you. So.
Ice cream shop.
I want to make sure you guys have a fair because you guys tried really hard, and I feel so bad.
So let's take a look at them. Leglace or Leglace.
Which I told you to cut that, and you didn't.
Well, we didn't come up with an alternative.
Yeah, we did.
Dinosaur Gerties. The other one, Beaches and Cream, place at the Beach Club. Yeah. Plaza Ice Cream. Is that the Magic Kingdom?
They fought so valiant.
And then the Per Ice Cream Truck at the Animal Kingdom. Yeah, that one wasn't happening. And then Ample Hills at Boardwalk. Yeah. You didn't even get that one. You didn't get that far.
Which one was supposed to be the character dining one?
Plaza is in character.
Yeah, I think that's on me. I got the 2 restaurants goofed up.
But you were right that there's a counter service and a table component to Plaza and then Plaza Ice Cream. I mean, they're connected.
I'm like, I don't know where that is.
No worries. Hey guys, I got your info. I'm gonna get in touch with you about the game next week. Thank you very much for playing tonight.
In 2 weeks, please come back and play Jeopardy or Match Game. We'd love to have you. So yeah, that happened.
That did happen.
Wonderful World of Psychotic Comments. I don't know how things can get any crazier, but go ahead.
Oh, they will. You ready for this? Okay, here we go. Confirmed! Disney is officially building a gondola system between Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and the resorts. Caroline wrote in, while this article gives the news, it saddens me that this site can't distinguish when to use between versus among. The article's headline actually requires the use of among, since it lists more than 2 things. Please contact me if you're in the need of an editor.
It's not among, it's between, because literally the system is between. It was not meant to be like a grouping. It's an actual description of where the system is located.
Jim Shore Figment statue and signing event announced. Doug Krause wrote in, the website to pre-order isn't working. Tom Dorkless replied, go to WDWMagic.com to pre-order. Apple buying Disney rumors by Wall Street analysis gaining momentum. JJ wrote in, media clickbait at its finest. And these aren't in Who Hates Tom Now because you didn't write this article. Oh Snap wrote in fake news. Bayou Boy wrote, that's all, or Bayou Boy.
Is that along the
Slagagulas? That's all a Disney visitor needs to see when in Disney World. Technology marketing being shoved in your face and down your throat throughout the parks. How about this one? Off to Neverland. Epcot attractions and lands that never happened. Part 1. Oh Snap wrote in fake news.
He just read it for him.
Flicks streamer wrote in. Just waiting for the video to be posted on Flicks. Oh, wait.
Tough chat room.
Get 30% off new stickers, including Captain Neo Crunch and Punzel's Pooper shirts through TeePublic at WDWNT. Jack Klumpus wrote in. Any Captain Neo merchandise should be free. Morty Seinfeld replied. Marty Seinfeld.
Take the pen! Take it! Just take the pen!
How about you write them a check for 1945?
No, that's
good, right? Yeah. It's so good. So good.
I'm so proud of these people.
I know.
Oh, man.
Breaking. Walt Disney World adding Club 33 locations at all 4 parks. Bill Gates wrote in. He wrote in, this is the email he received after emailing that email that you put in the post.
Yeah.
Thank you for your interest in Club 33, coming soon to the Walt Disney World Resort. We've determined you are way too poor to ever get a membership. We're finalizing plans on this exciting new opportunity, but don't even bother looking for details because, again, you are way too poor to visit these locations.
Probably. It's probably going to be more than
And then, of course, finally, breaking! Disney creating Star Wars Starship Luxury Resort and Experience attached to Disney Hollywood Studios. This is like this is a chain here of some comments here.
Chain of something.
We got Darth Vader from the planet Vulcan wrote in. Did they really use the term starship? I can hear Gene Roddenberry's family drawing up the lawsuit already. Thanks for playing. Thanks for playing, Rodin. Starship is a universal term for a space vehicle and cannot be copyrighted. It's a very common word used in lots of different space-themed media. Yeah. Darth Tyrannus wrote in, to quote Piccolo from DBZ Abridged, nerd! Bond 323 wrote in, the term starship is used several times in the Star Wars films, comics, cartoons, and books. I don't see it closely being related to Star Trek. Derek wrote in, opening crawl of New Hope. Princess Leia races home aboard her starship.
It is in the crawl. That's a good point.
Later Vader wrote in, like when Obi-Wan said to target those Federation starships quickly. Attack of the Clones.
Yeah. It is true, though, when I think the word starship, I think Starship Enterprise comes to mind more so than Star Wars, but it is definitely a term that exists in Star Wars.
Couple more here.
Those aren't psychotic. It's a rational conversation.
It is. I guess it is. It's just funny to see people nerd out about the word starship.
I prefer that to our usual comments, which are the rest of them.
Well, here you go. Darth Chapek wrote in.
Oh, boy.
Clearly, this idea has not run across my desk yet. Not to worry. We will fix this little pricing error to ensure maximum profit. I mean, guest enjoyment.
Which we'll talk about in a few minutes if we ever get to this
conversation. A lot of people didn't like you use the word breaking in the title. Anonymous wrote in, the word breaking should only ever be followed by the words electric boogaloo.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. I don't know. I don't even know what to do.
We're talking Star Wars when we get back,
We're going to talk
aren't
about
we?
Star Wars Land. We're going to talk about this resort with all of our wonderful, nerdy Star Wars fan panelists when we come back on WDW News Tonight. Influencers, investors, educators, YouTubers, and live streamers are coming together to create the next big thing around Disney. Not even sure what that means. Anyway, it's Netflix meets Disney. It's WDWNT Flicks. It's the #1 most requested thing from Periscopers who want to make money. Thousands are already signing up for original shows, live streams, and educational lessons about Disney, even though we just launched this literally 12 seconds ago. WDWNT Flicks allows members access to originally created exclusive videos for the introductory price of $9.99 a month. We provide a place for people to connect, inform, and inspire others across the globe, and act as a distribution platform for original content creators and advertisers large and small. Basically anyone with money. With WDWNT Flicks, you can enjoy unlimited viewing of content without having to watch a single commercial, tune into live streams without dealing with constant non-paying trolls, and you'll know it's a higher level of quality content from experienced professional hosts. Asterisk. There's always something new to discover, watch, and learn with more shows, streams, classes, and hosts added each and every month. So head on over to WDWNTFlicks.com and sign up now. We can't wait to read your positive social media posts about it.
If you're struggling with hair loss or thinning hair, if your hairline is receding, well, it's time to look for a solution. And we've got one for you. It's time to meet Dr. Marco Barusco, the founder of Tempest Hair Restoration and one of the most respected hair transplant surgeons right here in Central Florida. With Dr. Barusco, you'll get personal one-on-one care and be told the truth about hair restoration procedures. Call Dr. Barusco now for your free personal consultation. 877-877-5200 or go online right now to hairdoctorflorida.com. If you're struggling with hair loss or thinning hair, if you want the truth about hair restoration procedures, it's time to meet Dr. Barusco. Call Tempest Hair now for your free personal consultation. 877-877-5200 or go to hairdoctorflorida.com. 877-877-5200 or go to hairdoctorflorida.com. Let Dr. Barusco help restore and preserve what you've been given. Don't fight this battle alone. 877-877-5200 or go to hairdoctorflorida.com.
At the beginning of this commercial break, we announced WDWNT Flicks with the intention of creating a collaboration of people in the Disney community and building a place for fans and vacationers alike. Many were eager to be a part of the project, in part because of the collaboration aspect of the model and wanting to be a part of something positive and new. Unfortunately, social media, being what it is, created a negative and hateful view of our business. The business was built entirely around collaboration. Have I mentioned the word collaboration yet? Because I search and replace the words pyramid scheme, and I want to be sure they're gone. We weren't trying to offend anyone, just having the courage to pursue another dream and venture, at least until people were negative about it. We wanted to test the business model out and try something new. And if the Disney community is determined to be against it, then we see no reason to continue pursuing it. On to the next scheme. Dream. We have already refunded all who have joined, which was actually quite easy because there was no one. We do apologize to all the people who subscribed and were excited for WDWNT Flicks. We thank you very much for your positive messages and your excitement to try something new. And as for the rest of you, you asshole potential customers. Welcome back to WDW News Tonight. I don't know, Michael. All right, so we got what? Michael, stop touching things. I know what you're doing. Breaking everything. Thank you. So we got a lot to talk about. Obviously, with Star Wars Celebration this last weekend, there's a lot of things with Star Wars Land to talk about. A whole lot of this strange role playing and reputation system and things to talk about. And then, of course, after yesterday, there's certainly this whole concept of this sort of role playing reputation system based 3-day enclosed experience in a fake starship thing. So we got to talk about this a whole lot. So we've brought together the whole panel. We got Ashley Jasmer. Hello, Ashley.
Someone just breaks dishes?
Music's coming from someone and I heard a dish break.
Hi.
Anyway, thank you, Ashley. David Smith.
Hey, everyone.
We got, who else we got here? I'm missing somebody. Ron Deanna.
Hey, folks.
That's David being shown. Now, Ron.
You're moving too fast.
Come on, Michael. You can do this. Go to Ron. There's Ron. Yes. Scott Smith.
Hello there.
Scott Smith's alive. It's good to see.
I'm right. I'm playing Persona. Want to watch?
We're just doing a show right now, but thanks. All right.
Why? What?
And Zach Larson, who's in a helmet. This is going great already. All right. Let's
role playing.
You expected more?
He's getting into the spirit already. Zach, what'd you think of Star Wars Celebration? We can't hear you if you're talking.
It was a little disappointing.
Yes,
I don't think
I agree. Anyway, all right.
What did you guys want from it?
To not wait in a line all night?
Really?
That's
D23.
You said that was great.
D23 though, you get there like 5 a.m. This was 6 o'clock the night before the Last Jedi panel was full.
If you
A lot of us did that for D23 too, though.
Yeah, it depends
What
on
time
what you
did
want
we
to
get
see.
there for D23?
I got there 10 o'clock the night before
Oh,
for the movie panel.
I think I showed up at like 3 a.m. or something.
But that's what it is. I showed up at just before 5 a.m. every morning, and I get to do everything I wanted
There's
to do.
got to be a better way to do this.
What is it?
I think Disney in general needs help with that. Like, I think what they
Well, this wasn't
revealed at
Disney.
Talk-
This was Reed Pop.
Right.
Well, Reed Pop in New York has a good system, I think.
And Nick said that. Nick said New York Comic Con wasn't nearly as big of a mess as this was.
This wasn't a mess. I don't think this was a mess at all. I think that everything ran pretty well. I think if you thought it was a mess, you didn't know you were supposed to get there that early to line up for this stuff.
Well, I think the difference between something like New York Comic Con and this or D23 is those main room presentations are very limited in how many of them there are. And there's nothing that interesting to compete with them.
Right.
Like at Comic Con, there's 5 or 6 of those presentations in that main room every day.
Yeah.
And then there's 10 other panels going on at the same time that are going to draw people.
And it's
this was just one giant panel everyone wanted to see.
And also that room,
Yes.
I couldn't believe when I finally got in that room how small it was. Like that was a tiny room. But no wonder it was full by 7 o'clock the night before. The room was what, a 2,000 people big? I mean, that's insane.
I guess I can understand that. When people say that, though, it read that like when people say like, oh, D20, the first, that's the only D23 I have experience with is the first one. It was like, oh, that one barely revealed anything worthwhile, then was also a mess. Like, so when you say the con
it was a mess, but you know what? In retrospect, that first expo, I feel like we didn't wait long for anything, and everything ran.
I would have rather waited long for a better convention. See,
They
I think their
announced New
information.
Fantasyland. It wasn't
We all knew about that like hours before.
How about that movie present? How good was that movie presentation, though? We had
none of those movies ended up happening.
You didn't see Yellow
Submarine movie, Tom? How was that?
You missed Yellow Submarine?
Was that great?
Which movie?
That was awesome.
Which movie?
You know, when they talk Yellow Submarine and then
Yellow Submarine, yeah. All right, we gotta.
And there was another one.
We gotta talk about.
And,
Star
you know what?
Wars.
I think the content of the con
was
all right, but I wasn't there. Maybe the organization was off, and that's what the problem was.
And also, what's the point of this con with going when all of the panels were streamed?
Yeah, it's true. We end up sitting in the media room watching The Last Jedi presentation.
That's exactly why I only went 2 days. I went one day with the intention of spending the entirety with the Mandalorian mercs, and that was the day that we did our group photo and the Mandalorian Death March. And then Sunday, I spent
Very
a couple
cool of you,
hours-
by the way.
I spent Sunday walking around the floor for a couple of hours, and I bought my Porkins barbecue T-shirt, and I was good to go. But yeah, as far as the panels are concerned, unless you're one of those folks that has to be there in person, there's no reason to wait in those long ass lines.
Was there an autograph sessions like at other cons?
Yeah, you just had to purchase a ticket for them ahead of time.
And they were much more than any con I've ever seen from some of the prices.
Hayden Christensen was 150.
Jeez Louise,
It was
Someone did have him sign a jar of sand though, which was probably worth.
He had a lot of
$150.
great. He had a great sense of humor. He really had a great sense of
He
humor.
signed it. He signed the jar of sand.
Yeah,
He had a great sense of humor for.
You saw the
for
awkward
what he's
prom
been
photo
through.
of him with the lightsaber, right? Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. If he wants to continue to be a part of this franchise, he needs to have a sense of humor about what he did, and then
I think,
you know.
But hey, hold on, I gotta stop.
you're
I
on-
gotta stop everybody because we have a set amount of time on this show. Let's save this tomorrow. Tomorrow night, if anyone's around, we have Wigs Live. It's Interglobe Live tomorrow night, only for our Patreon subscribers. We can talk about all sorts of fun stuff tomorrow. But we do only have 27 minutes left in the show and a lot to talk about. So I want to get going on that. No, it was a good conversation. We should have it some other time.
We have like a podcast that we can all talk as long as we want.
We have those still. They happen.
Well, I guess I just don't know about it.
One just came out on the 13th, man. Anyway, let's talk about Star Wars Land. Everybody. Thanks.
Folks, we like to joke around a lot on this show, but
we have fun. But seriously,
why don't you ever get all these people together anymore, Tom? I can't imagine. Let's talk about Star Wars Land. They announced this. Reputation. We saw new concept art, but there's not a whole lot to go off of there. But they talked about this reputation system and sort of this role-playing aspect that's going to be a big part of the project. One of the things brought up specifically was if you ride the Millennium Falcon attraction. Whatever you do on the Millennium Falcon attraction, people on this planet are going to know about. And that's going to affect everything else that happens to you. Then you're going to be able to go on bounty hunter missions. You could be able to join the First Order. You're able to join the Resistance. You could train to be a Jedi. All these different, maybe. That'd be great. And like you'll just see me striking down a whole camp of strollers. No, get out.
That's not part of the story, sir.
Me bashing strollers with a plastic lightsaber.
Tom gets knocked out by an AT-AT that was actually an ECV.
There you go. So what does everybody think about this? We don't have this really in theme parks anywhere. There are things that come close, and you think about like Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom, and you think about the Harry Potter wand experience and things like that, and this takes that to a whole nother level.
This is exactly what I want, and exactly what I.
But is this what everybody wants? I think is the question. Like, I understand in nerd fandom,
I think
people love role playing, but is this really going to play that well to the rest of the world?
I think so, because I think people want to be kind of immersed in the story like they never have before, and this will be your way of being able to create your own story, I think, and almost even choosing your own adventure to a little bit and doing a lot of times this has been said a lot about many different things. We don't necessarily know what we want until they give it to us, and I think this is one of those really forward thinking things that maybe some people will be apprehensive of, but I think this is going to be the new standard for some of these type of lands, and I hope I want to see this continue, or start even maybe before you get there, when you leave,
when you check in at your starship.
But I think you could use mobile devices and
that's
apps
happening
and things like that to attach your experience to that, and that way you could bring things kind of digitally home with you. Maybe badges for quests that you accomplished and things like that, which would be great.
Hey, free Pokemon badges, universal, free idea if you're listening. But seriously, that actually was something I didn't think about. Tom brought up, because immediately I'm like, this is a great idea. This is exactly what I want to do. But then Tom wrote, we've all seen them, the people in the parking lot who are yelling at their kids, "You better have fun," and the people that are.
You better have a good reputation in Star Wars Land, Billy.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's like people who are
no
not
son
there.
of mine's joining the Resistance.
But there are things like that, and it really goes to the CMs. Like back when they had more of the interaction at 50s Primetime, and now at Whispering Canyon. Most of the staff could tell when you don't want to play the game, and
but that's what I was just about to get to. Yeah, a lot of this sounds like something they'll be able to just ignore. like hopefully if you get the dad who's like, enough of that crap, just give me my soda.
Well, that's specifically in the survey for the resort, it specifically says you'd be able to decide your level of involvement, and it says in parentheses in one of the bullet points, it says people can, I can't do the exact wording that's there, but basically people can opt out and just enjoy themselves and not. You can do as much or as little as you please, basically.
This is getting dangerously close to Westworld.
I've seen people bring up Westworld 8,000 times. I have not watched the series, so I have no idea what everyone's talking about. I imagine you can't tell me because it would spoil it. So, but I've seen that brought up a lot. And actually, I think just in the comments, in fact, when we started, somebody brought it up.
I just question how they're going to keep up with it all.
Well, I mean, it's definitely going to use magic bands or something.
Even you figure people at the resorts. I mean, keeping up with it as far as tracking it. This is what you you can play back what you did on the ride, and the technology will be able to keep up with it. But cast members at the restaurant aren't going to be able to talk to you about the great mission you had.
Well, they're not talking about just the people working at the bar, which are in the story. They're talking about, they have specifically mentioned there are people that are just characters roaming, and they showed concept art for aliens, droids, all sorts of people who are just going to be characters. This land is going to have the most quote unquote streetmosphere or walk around characters anywhere, which their only goal is to be part of those role play experiences. There is just going to be a ton of entertainment people living in the land to make it feel like it is a real place being lived in. They won't just be just one or two guys either. There could be like 10 or 15 guys in the cantina that are just characters walking around living.
Well, I'm excited about that. They'll like have conversations, probably maybe get into fights and things like that.
But I think they know what Star Wars land, that the money's there. If this role playing experience is deep enough, could you imagine the amount of lightsabers and costume pieces and all that stuff they can sell? Remember, they did a little test a couple of years ago at Disneyland, Legends of Frontierland, which had all this stuff in it where you could buy accessory pieces and you go do these missions and you earn, you get a reputation and you earn all these different things. And they tested this, and it's basically what it is, but the money's here for this. They believe that this is what people want, and it's, instead of building a third ride in the land, maybe this is a better idea, is to have two really great attractions and then just a whole bunch of this side mission fun stuff where you could just go live Star Wars. And that was their whole big thing with creating a real planet and a real timeline, was so they can create a real story that you can create that fits the canon of Star Wars, that you can fit into the canon, which I remember, Scott, we had a lot of arguments, and I think we both kind of felt the same, where we weren't sure about them making up a whole new planet and it taking place in the new timeline. But with this being said, it now makes a whole lot more sense.
It does. It makes a whole lot more sense because now they have free range to add what they want from differing popular planets and moments of the movies. Like droids or characters show up, and the perfect example, and I know people are gonna be like, oh, here he goes again, but I'm still not on board with Avatar, and that's the exact kind of thing they're avoiding. On this planet, when the only source material out so far is them trying to kill us, well, and again, everyone's gonna tell me they don't care. Okay, but there's no question in this. There's no question. Why are we on Mustafar? Why are we on, why all of a sudden are we in a Hoth base? There's no point.
We are on Pandora hundreds of years after all these skirmishes and 47 movies have transpired.
Yes, we're on Pandora.
It is a time of peace, and now
don't matter. Don't watch them. Just come visit and don't watch the movies.
Well, we have to assume the other 6 get made.
Yeah, but the point is, it's a brilliant. From a fan, from an average theme park going, it's a brilliant baseline. Something that here's something people will like: Universal bashing. Something I don't think actually is good in Harry Potter. As an average theme park person, they do an okay enough job on something like Forbidden Journey, but in terms of like Gringotts, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. In fact, if I didn't have my wife telling me, oh, this is that, I don't know what would be doing. It's like, why are these plants popping up and down? Why is this happening? But
and there's no people wandering around, which I think is kind of weird, because it's not actually populated, which feels weird because it is such a well done land. Like I knock Universal a lot, but their set pieces in both of those lands are second to none. They're really beautiful, but it does feel weird that there's not like people living in it.
That's expensive, though. That's really expensive.
And I understand that. I completely understand that.
That Jimmy Fallon stuff isn't going to last 6 months after it opens.
But it makes sense that there's no
We all agree it's not.
But even that is hashtag the panda happening. Right?
If you're at the moment where the dragon's supposed to be on the roof of the bank, Diagon Alley should be empty anyway because everybody's scared. So that's perfectly.
But the stores are open.
Yeah. I don't know.
Whatever.
They should put up signs like in the shop, like, despite death, we're open.
Well, and someone else was mentioning how to do the reputation thing. And actually, that's actually very easy to do. Okay, let's take a to appreciate Zach's whatever it is. I forget. But I'm sitting here, you have these the Skylanders. It's just little chips, and so all you need to do is get someone like a talisman or their magic band, for lack of a better word, and then when they scan it, like a Skylander crystal.
Well, to get to the point where they shouldn't even have to scan it, really should just be able to follow you to make it seem.
Well, the thing is, and then like if you're at a restaurant, they can read what you did. I don't know how it's going to work with Streamosphere individually, but it would be pretty easy for, as you enter a restaurant, for them to scan your choices on the Millennium Falcon and be like, "Oh, you did this. You went to the Naboo and ran over." It's like kind of, so it's not hard to do. Again, it's expensive, but I think Disney's getting to that point where they're not.
This land isn't about what
this is
money
Star Wars. We've been waiting for Star Wars since they bought it. You could argue that they should have started already. And there's arguments.
It's the first project. I think they know that they're printing money no matter what they spend.
Honestly, they are, and I give Disney crap for certain projects, but this is. They're making.
But also the expectation is there. I mean, I don't know. I've been doing this for 10 years. I have never seen a Disney Parks YouTube video break 1 million views as quickly as the 3-minute Star Wars.
This is going to be huge, and I think
this is clearly the single most anticipated thing that has ever opened in a theme park on this planet. And no offense to anything at Walt's time, which obviously
I don't even think it's offensive to Walt's time. It's just the way it happened. It's the way history happened.
Yeah.
It's just that Star Wars just became popular and it just ended up at Disney. I'm not, and this isn't about bashing Harry Potter or any other franchise. This is just
Potter is very clearly the second biggest franchise ever, but Star Wars, I think, is
Star Wars is Star Wars. Even the prequels, made money. People saw them. And, I liked parts of them. I liked a lot of them. I got the right here. Being on video, we can do that. Now,
you have a box of Star Wars roses you want to open.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't have any Star Wars roses. Just this thing.
Fantastic.
But I want to, because we are short on time, I want to talk about this. Does anyone have anything else they want to talk about with that? I'll stop if anyone has any other.
Well, no, I actually do. I know you kind of already said it, but I immediately thought that this will prove to everybody why this needs to be its own land and not a Hoth, not a Tatooine, not some crap like that.
Yeah, and I'll admit, I think people remember when it was announced, I came on the show and I said, I'm not so sure about it being its own place because I think the hook of Star Wars is going to all these places, but then again, the Millennium Falcon ride and the other ride can certainly go wherever, and I mean, Star Tours certainly goes wherever already.
Right.
So.
Well, it needed to be its own place because it couldn't be shoehorned into one thing, and this does exactly what it needs to do.
I think the role playing component alone helps the project make more sense than it did when it was originally.
But I think that's also why we're only getting a land in the 2 attractions, because there's going to be so much else to do in this land, I think, and it's going to be exciting.
All right, I want to talk about this hotel because this is very clearly an extension of what we just spoke about with Star Wars.
That is getting built in Disney World.
It's absolutely going to happen.
Being created.
It's going to happen.
100%. I read it on WDWNT.
It's going to happen, and when it happens, I'm going to shove it in all your faces.
Okay.
So the survey is
it might. I'm just being a jerk.
A Walt Disney World resort that would be a starship. It would be a boutique, and then a boutique hotel, and then it wouldn't have a ton of occupancy. It wouldn't be huge, but it would be a very special experience in that it would be 3 days long, 2 nights, and everyone would check in around the same time and check out around the same time, and it would tell a cohesive story from start to finish, your own unique story. But there would be a story that would carry out through the whole experience, something along the lines of you've booked this starship vacation, and the first night you cruise through the stars, you have a dinner experience, you have breakfast the next morning, and then you go out into the Star Wars land at Hollywood Studios, and you continue to live your story there, and you come back, and there's going to be a dinner show, and then you do breakfast and stuff the next day again. You live basically 3 days in the Star Wars universe. And again, on this starship, there will be a cantina and dinner shows and more of these characters just inhabiting the world, walking around, interacting with you, knowing who you are and what you've done, and the availability of those missions and things will continue on there in theory. I mean, this would have seemed a lot crazier before we had the panel on Saturday, but this all just lines up perfectly with what was already explained, and it makes a whole lot of sense. And I think, honestly, even if it ends up being more than $1,000 a night per person, which it will, I think they have something here that people are going to absolutely be willing to pay a tremendous amount of money for, a once-in-a-lifetime vacation experience for people who truly, truly love Star Wars.
I think there has to be a more game element to it for this to work. Like some sort of, they have those mystery dinner theater, murder dinner theater kind of things. There has to be some sort of, when you check in, you choose if you're going to be an Imperial mission or a Rebel mission.
And it sounds like that's what it is. I mean, there's going to be some story that follows you through 3 days. And what they told us at the presentation Saturday is you're going to choose. Are you going to be a bounty hunter? Are you going to be a Jedi? Are you going to be on the Resistance? Are you going to be First Order? You literally have an option to be whatever you want to be.
So taking the escape room concept into something that lasts 3 days.
Yeah. Which apparently there are cruises that exist that do things like this, like mystery cruises and stuff like that. Like they're obviously not very hugely popular, but they exist. So it's not like a foreign concept. It's not like this is being completely invented here. Obviously Disney is taking it to a whole nother level, but it is a concept that exists.
I mean, in my mind, they've taken the concept of a massive multiplayer or an open world game and applied it to a physical space, which is why the comparisons to Westworld aren't that all off base. I mean, other than the Robot Uprising, we can leave that out. But the concept of applying video game rules and principles to a physical area is very much in line with what that story told, as well as what Disney is trying to do both with the land and with the resort. Now, you have to imagine that it's going to be very, very capacity limited, which is why they can charge $1,000 a night per person, because to give an experience of that scale, you have to limit it to, it's not going to be a typical what we think of as a resort. It's going to be a very small scale version of a resort that is very immersed in that experience.
Which is why I think this thing's going to get approved instantaneously, because I mean, it's even cost-wise, with as much theming as it's going to have, because of the size of it, it isn't going to be the massive construction project that even a DVC wing is.
Think about it as an on-land cruise, I think is probably the best way to put it. And people will gladly pay those prices for a cruise like that, and if it's Star Wars themed, they'll pay more than that.
I'd rather have a room with a big screen that shows me a fake planet than look out at the ocean. I'm on board.
I mean, this is the obvious evolution of storytelling. I mean, this is it. This is why the parks were built in the first place. This is just where we got to.
Well, I think it's also it's a natural evolution of where the resorts have taken us. I mean, in 71, Disney created the themed resort, and this is where this needs to go. I think people want to not only stay in the magic, which is a term that Disney's used many times, but I think maybe not at this level, but I think this is kind of where I'd like to see Disney resort hotels go in general in a lot of ways. I think I'd like to see more of these resorts that put you in a story and you could, like that's the level it should be at. Like I think Port Orleans is a really good job. I think there's enough like extracurricular stuff you could do at Port Orleans, horse rides, you take the boat, just walk around.
So do you mean even at a resort like Port Orleans, they should have some Southern folk walking around interacting with story-wise?
Not like that, but I think to make it feel more real. Like I think it should.
Pretend you're in the Civil War?
No, it's not what I'm saying.
From the bakes of the Slagagoula?
No, but I
have continued to exist since the Civil War,
I think but I think it'd be cool if you think about that resort, and it does feel, and that's, I think, the reason why Port Orleans is the favorite resort of a lot of people, because it feels real when you step out that back door and the horse and carriage goes by, and you got the boats going down the river, and there's the big wheel turning, and it feels like a real place. And that's, I think, the next level that all the resorts should be at. It should be like
cars that Art of Animation?
It shouldn't be a theme. It should
when
be
you
a
turn
place.
into a car with eyes and a mouth, you really feel like you're a car with eyes and a mouth.
Is there going to be a Bach?
You didn't need to come for me for that joke. It was just
Go ahead.
Bach the tank. That'd be great.
No, I just said, is there going to be a Bach the Tank spa? Like, is that what? How immersive we're going to go? Because there are people who will pay for that too.
Just some food coloring in the water, and you could do it.
Just a scuba mask and a water tank. Yeah.
You got to be in your underwear, but whatever.
I mean, they're saying there's going to be butler droids. I don't know how that's going to work.
See, and this is how we get Westworld. The butler droids are going to turn tail.
The living character animatronic uprising is coming.
That's how Five Nights at Freddy's happens. Don't do it.
When
It's a bad idea.
Lucky the dinosaur is our overlord, him and his robot butler army.
That's Five Nights at Freddy's. Don't do it.
If the butler
dead
droid
serious.
is a black protocol droid named 000, I am not checking in. I'm just, I don't care if I've already prepaid. I'm done. No, because that is the evil C-3PO, and he kills everything in front of him.
Or if his name's HK, anything.
Yeah, actually, no. I would hang out with HK-47 because he's good to talk to.
Meatbag.
Statement. Of course, Master.
Yeah, I mean, we've said it, I think, and the comments alone said, I mean, I think everybody knows when we post something, generally, all the comments are horribly negative. I think there's been two stories lately where I was surprised how positive everyone was. Number one was the Disney Uber service. I was surprised how on board most people were with that.
That was weird.
But less surprising probably is the fact that everyone on Earth was like, I don't care how much this is per night. I am going to this Star Wars hotel, which I think, screw your survey, Disney. I think you've got your answer if the world wants this or not.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
The only comments I saw from hundreds of thousands of people was, whatever the amount is, my family will pay it because this will be unbelievable.
And not even just the Disney fans, because as it got retweeted by Will Wheaton and Chris Hardwick.
No, I mean, and it was like everywhere I read our story source, whether it was Nerdist or wherever it was, or Boing Boing, or, and it was on a lot of very, very big sites. Everybody was very positive. Non-Disney people, Disney people, didn't matter. It's the whole world basically collectively said, take my money. And the Walt Disney Company and Bob Chapek are not the kind to ever say no to that under any circumstances. Not in the world of express buses and fake Uber.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to get thrown away. Any other things regarding the resort or Star Wars Land that anybody wants to talk about? Because we're quickly running out of time. Obviously, on the podcast in the next week or so, we're going to talk about these a whole lot. I also want to talk about Club 33 a lot in depth.
I'm curious if the entertainment staff will be able to remain in character when I check into my room on the ship and I'm already wearing my Mandalorian armor.
I think they will be fully prepared for people in cosplay.
Oh, yeah.
And it'd be like, okay, so you're taking the Jedi route, right?
And that's interesting. That is probably a place where then adults can wear the costumes as opposed to in the land.
Galactic Knights had guidelines, but they were less strict than any other costume guidelines. They know.
I still couldn't wear my armor, though.
No, you probably.
But what do you think in land? You don't think in Star Wars Land they're going to allow it, though, right?
I don't know. I don't know how much they're going to allow.
I think the first person to break character is going to be some bartender after the 10th time he's had to ID someone in the last hour. They say, you don't need to see my identification. It's going to happen to every bartender every 5 minutes, and they're going to kill somebody.
That's why it's going to be a droid.
Anyone else? Any other points?
You want some more?
All right, no. Thank you all very much. Thank you, illustrious panel. I'm sure we'll be talking about this much more on the podcast and much more in the weeks, months, and even years to come. We still have plenty of time.
You ready for Who Hates Tom Now?
Who Hates Tom Now? Go ahead.
Guardians Tower of Terror story from a little while ago. Christopher Robin wrote in, don't you know Tom will just delete any links or quotes from our Disney fan sites? In his mind, the only thing that exists is WDWNT.
Correct.
Count Von Count wrote in, 12 deleted comments.
I love that.
Rumor Animal Kingdom to offer nightly extra magic hours during Avatar opening summer. Tom is a clickhead wrote in. Thank God for ad blockers. Tom isn't getting a dime from my clicks.
That's what you think.
Tommy done gone and made an oopsie doopsie. Wrote in, seriously? Extra magic hours for after park opening? Maybe you should stand in front of Pandora and yell at everyone that tries to get in without staying on property. that make about as much sense as half the nonsense you post on here,
or as much sense as your horribly written comment.
But the good name. Tom's mom wrote in, Tom, I raised you better than this. Proofread your article.
You're not first, you're last.
Tom is not your friend. It's an unsubstantiated rumor, you moron. Go ahead and plan your entire vacation around something Tom has randomly heard or made up and see how well that works out for you.
What story was that?
The Avatar Extra Magic Hours.
Oh, you mean the ones that were then announced the next week? Was it those? Because those are happening every night, aren't they?
Whatever wrote in.
Aren't they?
And this site has run more rumors than turned out to be false than Donald Trump.
Like the Pandora Extra Magic Hours one? Like that one? Which turned out...
how about breaking Disney creating Star Wars Starship Luxury Resort and Experience attached to Disney's Hollywood Studios? Confused wrote in, I'm new to this site. Do we absolutely know this is happening, or is Tom always this presumptuous?
Well, if you read the article, it's very clear.
Laughs wrote in, how the heck is this breaking? Someone needs to learn to use the word properly. Andy wrote in, why the headline does it say they are creating it? Clickbait, what?
Well, you see, when you draw art, you're technically creating something.
Jesse Smith wrote in, questioning the legitimacy of this, especially since A, it's supposed to be a survey on swag bucks, and B, Tom doesn't seem to know how to spell the word swag bucks.
I'm sure it was there correctly.
That's it.
Also, yeah, I personally drew all that concept art. I just sat with it. Everyone knows I'm a great artist. I took time away from making T-shirts to draw 3 pieces of concept art of a fake hotel. Oh, and remember, kids, comments! Good night.
When can we do this again?